Happy Lunar New Year to all those who are celebrating it. Off the top of my head, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Tibetan, Vietnamese. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. But I wish that you guys all have a great 2021. Wish you guys all the best and in good health for you and your families. And we getting this money out here, so you already know best in wealth. If you're working, wherever you may be working, I wish that you're moving up, climbing the ranks, just getting our wealth, building our bread. And let's hope for a good 2021. This is to all my Chinese, Cantonese speaking viewers out there. 新年快乐，圣诞健康. This is to all my Chinese Mandarin speakers out there. 新年快乐. But on the side, now y'all be peeping this drip right now. Okay. You already know I gotta have this on for the video. It's a once a year thing, you know. I love it. It's a cool outfit. You know what I mean? Let me know how you guys celebrate. My background is, I'm Chinese, so we usually have a dinner every year. This year, we usually be a big family feast and whatnot. This year, just, my immediate family and my aunts and uncle. That's it. We usually have friends and family over and whatnot. And, the more the better, because, for all my younger generation out there, you already know that we begin this red pocket out here and stuff. So it's nice. It's fun. You get to see family. You get to, mingle around. It's a great way to catch up. Of course, due to COVID, not so great. So, hopefully 2022, a lot better. And, just hope for the best, especially, health. Health is a big part. A big part nowadays. You may think you're invincible, but, unexpected happens. All of a sudden, that invincibility is kind of gone, right? So, take care of yourselves. Stay in good health. Do not underestimate COVID, even if you're young. Anyway, let's recap what happened in episode 11. So, we're on episode 12 now. It was a great episode 11. We got to see more of AG and Ash's dynamic and a little bit more into, why they are soulmates. And this kind of gives us a little bit more into it. I felt like it was kind of lacking just because in the previous episodes, I didn't really see too much from them. It's just they kind of interacted in such weird circumstances. It's hard for me as a viewer to believe that they're soulmates. But this, it kind of deep dives into a little bit more of it. We get to see them, mingle, interact, and the personalities, how they are. We also got to see that Dino is actually going to be away in Europe. Going to be away, and so Arthur is basically going to be our proxy Dino this run, I guess, this arc. So there's going to be a war on that. Ash jacked Dino's money, so you know he's funded up the ass. So it will be interesting to see how he uses that money. I hope he utilizes that in a smart way. I don't want to see you just buy a Manhattan condo and just that's the end of the story. I want to see you hire people. If you're not hiring people, you're buying arms, you're buying, equipment, you're buying stuff. So, it would be interesting to see how Ash does that. And, it ended off on a crazy note. We saw one of Arthur's goons or henchmen trying to follow Ash, and then Ash already catching on to it. He already kind of tips off the guy following him that, he knows that he knows, and he ends up getting stabbed. I actually missed a frame where the knife was actually in his back before that last shot where he slumps to the ground. So that was pretty cool. I actually went and rewatched that one time. So that was pretty awesome. A viewer actually mentioned that Ash was talking about how he was dressed up as a pumpkin and he got scared by his reflection and, just playfully scared. He's like, oh snap, I got scared by a pumpkin, but it was actually myself. That accidental realization, and then you give another minute or two later where he actually talks about how he's scared that he might have lost himself, and he's actually scared of himself because he didn't actually, feel anything when Shorter died. He actually felt like, he's scared that he might have lost his way as a person, or he may have lost his humanity. That was pretty cool. From him accidentally being scared of himself to him actually being scared of himself, of who he might be or who he may not be. That is actually really cool. I'm missing a lot of these things, it's a lot to take in, and you may have to do another rewatch to kind of catch on a couple of stuff, but to the naked eye viewer, it's hard for us to catch on to the small details like this. So thanks y'all for pointing that out. Hope y'all got your tea, coffee tonight. I got a little bit of cider, you know, just whatever's left over. Shh, I know it's alcohol. Shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. Wait, what? No. It's coffee. It's coffee. Chill. Chill. I'm joking. Let's start this video. Let's see what's going on for this episode. Arthur's like, oh shit. What kind of name is Dick of the Goblins? Excuse me? What the hell? Arthur's pissed that one of his bum-ass goons got destroyed? Whatever. Because you'll never understand it. Good shit. Technically he did. Technically. One does not simply just fight Ash. Interesting. I feel like this is gonna be like the longest 10 days ever. Oh shit, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna go on a massacre? Whoa. Don't tell me. Oh! He's like, oh shit, I seen the Grim Reaper. He is so ballsy. In plain sight. This reminds me of when Itachi slaughtered his village, and Danzo, of course, encouraged it, but Danzo was the one that kind of pushed for the slaughter. And the second Itachi finished his slaughter, he appeared right in front of him to warn him and to give him a big threat. Of course, Danzo couldn't do shit at the moment because he was kind of surrounded and whatnot, but this is just what it reminds me of. He knows Dino won't do anything. It's public. Ew. Wants to keep Ash as a trophy. You're sick in the head. I'm sorry, man. Oh shit. That's a good line. I never even thought of that. The passengers won't could have that. Oh. Ash's demeanor is serious when he's talking business. He's like
決めたはずじゃないか。
super serious.
何があっても彼を信じ
What
ろっ
is
て。
that word?
ブラックサバスの動きは
それがまる
と手を組んでたりしたら。だが奴の真意をつかむにはそれしかない。写真できたのか。
ああ、
だったのさ。
君は肝心なことになると何一つ話してくれないんだね。僕はそんなに頼りない。
別に。
So wait, are you telling me this place
いや、
is right by
僕の
Dino's
安全を考えてくれてるのはよくわかってるんだ。
safe haven or whatever, or
君の
base?
手助けができ
That's
る
pretty smart, like hiding in plain sight.
十分
Never think they could look there.
奴のオフィスに出入りする人間を写真に撮ってるだろ。
Never mind, I remember this from last episode. No, they're just trying to scoop up all the corrupt people. He's trying to build a case himself to take Dino down.
なるほど噂通りだ。ずいぶん虫がいいように聞こえるな。
さらに言えばダウンタウンには手を出さないでもらいたい。
Wow,
それを言いに一人で大した。
he does.
もし俺がオーサーと手を組んで
He's telling a gang leader what to do, and he's also telling him to not interfere.
ありえないな。
Jeez.
なぜ
あんたも俺と同類。その時はあんたでも容赦しない。
動くんじゃねえてめえら。奴は俺の目と目の間を正確に狙ってる。
Yo, Ash doesn't make... Dude,
奴は引き金を引き
Ash means business. He means business.
すまなかった。お前は礼を尽くし、一人で俺を訪ねてきた。二度とお前に手出しをさせん。約束しよ
That's how you get respect,
う。
eh?
俺もはっきり言うが、俺はお前らの争いには興味がねえ。ただし巻き込まれるのはごめんだ。
I love that. When you want to do business, you want to move as if you mean it. If he's moving in by himself, you better be, coming out with a show of force. In the worst situation that he could ever be in is if he pulls up by himself and he starts bitching out. If he starts bitching out, what he's telling this gang leader over here and the boys around him is we can start pushing him around. We can start, having our way with him. But Ash made it very firm off the get-go. You're not fucking with me still. Even if I'm by myself, like I mean hot shit. So, that immediately commands the respect of him because he's like, all right, I was trying to fuck with you before. Now I know you're serious. So I'll listen to what you have to say. Good shit. Ash knows business.
もし俺の仲間に何かあったら、その時は容赦はしねえ。悪いが今夜引き上げてくれ。お前みたいなのを見てると、理屈抜きで引き裂いてやりたくなる連中がいるんでな。
あとライスに味噌スープ。それは納豆。
Looks pretty good. I don't know about that fish though.
腐ってるぞこれ。臭いよ。
それはそういうもんなんだよ。
どうやって食べ
What kind of shirt is AG wearing? Is it that Furby thing? You know what I mean? That Furby?
そうそう、その調子。あとはライスにぶっかけて食べる。うまい。どう？うまいだろ？
Dude's having the worst time in the world.
これも臭い。
それもそういうもんなの。
日本人は臭いものしか食わねえのか。
ヘルシーな和食は君ら肉食人種には強い味方だろ。
ああ、おかげで身長は2インチも伸びたのに体重は去年のままだ。
チェ、僕なんか最近
Dude,
ほとんど伸びてない。
Ash took one bite out of the fish and it turned into bones already.
年寄りと一緒にすんな。どうしたのお兄ちゃん。2歳の年齢差がものを言うのは15年前までだよ。
そしたら思い切りいじめてやれたのにな。
Oh yeah. I like that. AG's like, yo. I love the dynamic they got. They're like, the dynamic it gives me is like they're like very good friends. You know what I mean? But like I know they're soulmates and whatnot, but I love the fact that they like we can make fun of each other like that.
そうやって命乞いした俺の仲間をなぶり殺しにしたんだろ。あいつら始末しろ。いちいち聞くな。おう。お願いだアッシュ。助けてくれ。
Oh my gosh.
俺の名が殺戮の合言葉にな。
Dude, Ash is falling into a hole. Ever since Shorter died, this guy has just lost it, bro.
一体何者だ。
This guy is not holding punches. I like that, but at the same time,
おかえり。
I don't know, maybe he's losing himself a
毎
little
日
bit.
遅いんだね。
Or maybe he's just, you know, felt like the way he's doing stuff before isn't working, so the only way is to start offing guys.
何か言いたそうだな。俺を何だと思ってるんだ。言ったはずだ。俺は人殺しだと。
I don't think so.
自分が助かりたいばかりに仲間を撃つんだ。才能？人殺しの才能か。
どうしてそんな言い方するんだ。君は普通の人間とは違う。君には持たざる者の気持ちはわからないんだ。
いい加減にしろ。裏切り者を許してやって殺されろとでも言うのか。理屈じゃない。力が全てなんだ。それが俺の世界なんだ。お前。
I want to pause this real quick because a lot of AG's ignorance is showing. Kind of doesn't really know, and he's kind of in a self-righteous talking down to Ash kind of position. He's like, oh, how can you kill people like that? Well, Ash has known this for like his whole life, and he knows how it operates and whatnot. Although I don't know about the execution style. Execution style probably a little bit over the top, but I feel Ash's anger right now. He's like, AG really doesn't know shit right now. He doesn't know anything. And he's coming off one of his best friend's death. So I would probably get out of Ash's way, to be honest.
わからないよ。君の世界では僕ならとっくに殺されてるだろう。
I want to see how AG responds to
それ
this.
でも言わずにはいられないんだ。今の君は君じゃない。アッシュは一緒じゃないのか。
ボス？
ゆうべ帰ってこなくて会って謝らなきゃならないんだ。
謝る？なんでさ。
ちょっと喧嘩しちゃって。
ボスと喧嘩？東京あんな。
You followed him and he's still alive?
ボスは一人
Hey, it's
よくここに来るのさ。
the art center. I forgot what it's called.
した方がいいと思うぜ。お勉強の邪魔すると。
分かってる。でも行くよ。こう僕が言い過ぎたよ。
日本人ってのはすぐ謝るんだな。イベもそう言った。
イベさんと話したの？
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
食えよ。アメリカン納豆ドッグだぜ。
Ooh, those food carts. They got that right.
ここへは
New York City has like, it's like the land of food carts and it's amazing. I love it.
作ってる場所がどんなところか見たくなるときに。
ゆうべのことだけど、たとえ嫌なことでも思ったことを言えるのが本当の友達だと思ったから。
一人でな。奴は死ぬのが怖くねえのさ。で、こっちの要件だが。
What?
掟に従ってお前と差しで勝負がしたいとさ。俺に立ち会い人になってくれたよ。
Oh shit.
本気か？こいつは罠だぜ。
ああ。でもこれ以上人を殺さずに済む。
You can just go straight for the throat.
それと、奴とは最初。
大統領首席補佐官のアーサー・スマイルズってことは
The grand conspiracy.
おそらくお前の読み通りだ。数年来議会で問題になっているのが政府の中東に対する強硬策だ。この批判のやり玉に挙げられたのが対中東政策軍事顧問トーマス・ホルストック大佐。
そこで合法的な援助という隠れ蓑の下で介入するにはどうすればいいか。軍事クーデターだ。反政府勢力が過激化テロ組織にクーデターを起こさせ、新しい親米の政府からの要望という名目で軍事援助する。目的は中東に米国の傀儡政権を置くこと。もちろんこんなのは夢物語。だが、あの忌々しいバナナフィッシュさえあればいとも簡単に実現できる。
That's a pretty far-fetched plan, but that sounds pretty sound.
そりゃ金さ。そんな不確かな計画に上の連中が資金援助するわけがない。アフガニスタンは全世界に出回っているヘロインの 90% を生産している。もしそれを全部手にできるとしたら。
お前、これ大変なことなんだぞ。
事実を言っただけだ。
He's trying to whistle blow?
なんて奴らがどんなにえげつない変態かよく知ってる。
True.
誰かがこれはおとぎ話ではなく、現実の出来事だって知らせなきゃいけない。
I love how Ash is trying to fight for the boys of tomorrow, you know what I mean? He's trying to prevent other Ash cases from happening because he knows how bad it is.
なんで
あ、いや、愛を弾き出すお前の脳もあいつのことになると計算が鈍るってか。
うるさいな。あんたには関
Dude's
係ないだろ。
blushing.
なあ。もし俺。
はーい。おかえりアッシュ。
なんだこのかぼちゃの山は。
だって今夜は
That's hilarious. My dude ratted
隣
him.
のミセスコールドマンと下の階のミセスオーエンからの差し入れだ。うまそうだろ。
お前、近所の主婦と付き合いまであんのか。
Age's a sweetheart, bro. No wonder.
合わせてりゃ顔見知りになるさ。
それ以上近づけたら泣くぞ。
トリックオアトリート。
そういや、本当に好きになった子がいたんだ。
へえ、やるじゃんか。で、
That was like 3 years ago then.
行く前に死んじまったのさ。殺されたんだ。俺の女に間違えられて。
Jeez.
助けられなかった。ギャングも仇も休業さ。
あ、
Only pumpkins.
俺だ。
He has to go. He has to do his thing. Well, it's cool. It's a good episode, I guess. Nothing too much crazy happened. You know, coming off the last 2-3 episodes, you know, is like much higher pace than before. This one, you know, a little more relaxed and whatnot. Got to see just, you know, how he's still strategizing, moving these pieces to, you know, get to Arthur and whatnot. What I like about this is it showcases how he does business, how he, you know, handles negotiations, and I very much agree with it. It's what you got to do when you're appearing weak. You have to come out strong, and that's what he did. He had a show of force by himself, even if he was by himself, and that's the best time to come out as your strongest is when you look vulnerable, and you come out strong and you come out confident. Nobody will mess with you. And you know the rival gang leader immediately just had, you know, respect for him. I don't know what his play is there. He kind of playing like the double agent or whatnot, or the triple agent. Kind of weird on that part. I don't really understand that one. And then we get to see more of, you know, the clash between AG not really knowing too much about Ash's world, but, you know, at some point, you know, they were meant to fight about it because, you know, this is something that's pretty big, and I was wondering when they're going to start fighting because realistically, I'd be pretty pissed too if somebody who didn't know what situation I was in starts talking as if he did. So finally got that, and you know, it's a very realistic interpretation of what, you know, what would happen. Overall, pretty good. Since this is episode 12, I would expect the next episode to be the actual mid-season. So watch out for that tier list. All right.